Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to resume from where we stopped at last time. We're going to complete the CRUD system. Create, read, update, and delete. So in the previous video we created and we read. You saw how we created these artists and we were able to read them from the database and display them here. So today we're going to see how we can update them. Like if you want to change anything, how can we change it? So that's the main task today. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to open our project. Here's our project. So I'm going to use the same form. I'm going to do some logic in a way that we'll be able to use this same add artist form. Okay. So if we are to use that add artist form, so it means that here on the update I should link it to the what to add artist. That's why I see when I click on it, of course I'd already done that, it takes me to add artist. If I click on this one, it takes me back to add artist. Or let me say edit instead of update. Okay, so I'll come here to all artists, or I can put artists, and then here instead of update I can maybe edit artist. So if I come and refresh here, you see when I click on edit, it takes me to what? To edit artist. So now I'm going to put a logic, like in case I edit an artist, I should be able to know the artist that I'm editing, and I should load the existing information here. So we'll go to all artists, and to do that, of course, we must be able to uniquely identify the artist on the add new artist table. I mean on add new artist what? Add new artist form. And how shall we tell that? For example, if right now I click on the edit of Irene Tari, of course it's taking me to add new artist, but you see we don't know where we clicked at exactly. Can you tell? Of course we cannot. Why? Because we don't know. It is just add new artist and we don't know where we clicked. So I want to be sending information from this page to this page. Like if I click on this artist, I should be able to know that I want to edit a particular artist. So to do that, of course, we have only one unique way how we can identify an artist is through their what? Their IDs. So I'm going to be sending an ID to this file, and you know the only way to send an ID to send a file to another file is through, among the ways we have what we call get. So I'm going to be putting here the get value and I send it to the other artist. So as you already know how we code the get, if you still remember when we learned the form, what do? We put a question mark here and we put the name or the value, the attribute and the value, the attribute and the value. So for example, I want to send here, you see this is the add artist. So here inside this attribute, I want to pass the what? The artist ID. So how will I do that? I'll simply put a question mark and then I put maybe edit. I can put maybe artist ID or anything that I want. Okay, luckily I put artist ID. Okay, I can put edit or anything that I want, just that will enable me to identify. Okay, the other side. So put edit equals, so I'm going to put here the ID of an artist. Remember this is a loop, and this is where I can get the ID of this particular artist. Okay, his ID is inside here, inside the loop. So I'm going to put here this PHP code in a way that, so I can just simply put PHP and I say echo. So I'm going to echo the what? The artist ID. So it's inside what? Inside art, this art that is rotating, you know, it is inside here. So I'm going to put the art, and then I specify the attribute that I'm passing, which is artist ID. Okay, so here it means that on every link of the edit, it will paste there, it will put there the artist ID. You see this is PHP inside the what? Inside the attribute. Very important point here. So I mean that in every link of edit, it is going to put there, it's going to echo there the artist ID. And this edit, this get, can you see the get? If you still remember the get, it is the one that is going to say this edit to what? To artist ID. If I want to pass another thing, I can put also the and. Okay, maybe task is equal to edit, something like this. If I want, you know how you use the get. If you want to separate, you put the what? The and. Okay, so let us refresh and we see what's going to happen. If I refresh, now you'll see that if I want to edit here, let me inspect. Okay, can you see? Let me move my mouse over here. Can you see? Can you see on every add artist you're having edit and then the artist ID? You're having edit and the artist ID, edit and the artist ID. Okay, so that's what we want. So if we click here, now you see inside the gate here we're having an edit with the what? With the artist ID inside. Can you see? I hope you can see that. Must I do what brought you here? Do what brought you here? So you can see here inside here we're having what? We're having edit and the artist ID that we clicked on. Okay, so if I click on this second one, you see I have a edit number 3. If I click on this one, so that is the good thing about what? Good thing about the gate. So I'm going to get this edit and do what? And I'm going to check if it is set, and if it is set, I'll notice the what? It is the editing task. So I'm going to come here to the add artist here and check PHP and check if there is edit inside the gate. How do you check that? If it's set, okay, and then put the gate and then put the what? The edit. Okay, so I'll know that it is editing task now. I can even put here default. For example, I can say task. Okay, I can say is edit task, for example, is edit task. Okay, so this one I'll be making it by default to be what? To be false. Why do I put this one? Because I don't want to repeat myself, like every time I should check if it's set edit, if it's set edit. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get maybe artist ID, maybe artist ID to be nothing by default, and in case there is something in the gate, I'll be getting it. But you see here, it is where I check first if it's set the gate. I believe you still remember the things, the gate. If you don't understand the gate PHP, go and watch those videos of gate and post. Okay, so I'm going to pass here the gate. Okay, so I'm going to get the gate here, the ID of the artist. Remember, it is the gate that we are doing what? We are checking. Let me first check if everything is okay. Echo. I'm going to echo the gate and then what? And die. Okay, let me refresh. So can you see? Of course, because it's set the edit. Okay, now let me try to come for the first time. You see, without edit, when it is not in the post, when it's not in the what? In the gate here in the link, there's nothing happening. But if I click on edit artist and I click on edit, you see, when the gate is coming with 2, it is dying. So here I can tell that what? I can tell that is set and it is, I've got the ID of the artist. So what next? After getting the ID of the artist, what next? We have to know the what? The artist that we are editing, okay? We have to know the artist that we are editing. So to know the artist that we are editing, of course, we have to get the information from here, from database. Okay, so it means that we will need to include the functions. We need to include these, the connection and the functions. Okay, so to include the connection and the function, what shall we do? I think we already have them somewhere here, like in this process. Okay, we already have include connection. It is here, so I'm going to get it. Okay, I can get from here. Okay, so I come here to add artist. I'm going to include these functions here. You see, I'm including the connection at the same time I'm including the functions because I may need to use those functions. So let me process again and see if everything is still okay. Everything is still okay. So by including the edit, the connection, it means that we'll have this variable, and by including the function, it means that we've got also this function that gets all the artists. So I'm going to create a function that will be getting for me the artist by ID. Okay. Okay, so to do that function, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'll copy it and paste it here. Okay, I'm going to call it get artist I'm going to call it get artist by ID. Okay, so this function, it will be receiving what? It will be receiving the ID of an artist, because it's going to get the artist by ID. So it will be select all from artist, and then I put where artist underscore ID is equal to the artist ID that we have passed. Remember, this ID will be received here, so I've passed it here. So the rest I can do the same, and since I'm expecting only one artist, okay, since I'm expecting only one artist, I should return a single artist if I want to. Okay, so it is select all from artist where artist ID is equal to this. But before I return, I don't even to loop, I can just fetch only a single artist, because it is only one artist that I'm expecting that has that ID. So I don't even want to create a loop. I'll just get it only one time and then return this artist here. I don't need a loop. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to call this function. I hope this function is straightforward. It is using the global of connection, and said select all from artists where artist ID is equal to the ID that we have received through this function, and then we get the results, and then artist array, I don't need even this one, and then we just fetch the ASOC only one time because we're expecting only one artist, so I don't need to loop, and then return the artist that we will get. So what I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to do what? To get this artist, I'm just going to call this function. Remember, this function already comes with this file. So I'll just come here and say artist is equal to get artist by what? By ID, and then I pass this ID. Remember, I've got this ID. Okay, let me first die and see everything is okay here. Let me first dump echo the pre-tag, and then I dump this artist. Okay, let us refresh. Can you see? Everything has come just exactly like we expected. It has come. So it means that I have the artist ID, the artist name, and the artist whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create these default values for the artist ID, the default value for the artist name, the default value for artist bio, so that I should not have the crash inside my inside my project. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and then paste it here on top where there is no any condition. Okay, because I want to put them inside my inside my form. So artist ID is going to be nothing by default. I think I already done that. Okay, so what else? I want the artist name. By default it should be nothing. Okay, I want the artist bio. By default it should be nothing, and I want the artist photo. By default it should be nothing. Okay, so after having these things that are empty, it means that they can now go to a form. So I'll update these things only when we have got this artist. Okay, so I'll check if this artist is not empty. If not empty, this is the function that checks if something is empty or not. If it is empty array, this will not, it will return nothing. Okay, so if it is not empty array, it will execute. So I'm going to update these things here. I've already updated this artist ID from this point. I'm going to update the artist name, but remember this artist name, it comes with what? With this artist that we got from the database here. Okay, so I'm going to do like this and then paste there the artist artist name. So I'll come and paste it here. Okay, I duplicate and then update what else? I update the artist name, update the artist bio, and then I also get it from here. Then I update the artist photo, I get it from here, and then is edit task. So if everything is okay, I'm going to change this one to is edit task. I'm going to change it to what? To true. So it will help me to be checking if it is time to edit or it's time to do what? To upload. Oh, it's a little bit technical for the first beginner, but you will understand, I believe. Just try to look carefully and be attentive, you will understand. Okay, so here it is edit task. By default is false. So here I update this artist ID and artist bio after getting what from database. So if I come and refresh, everything should be okay without any problem. So I want to put here updating, and then I want to put here updating and then the artist name. So instead of putting adding new, okay, instead of putting adding new, I'm going to put the updating. Okay, so I can create a title for this page. How do I create it? I just come here on top and create here something called a variable called title is equal to adding new. By default is adding new. So it means that I should come here and just put this title as adding new artist. Okay, I just put PHP and I echo adding new artist. So if I come and refresh, everything is okay. But when you are editing an artist, I want to put here updating, then the artist name. Okay, updating, then the artist name. So how shall we do that? I will update this title inside this when we've got the artist from what? From database. So how will I update it? I just simply say updating is equal to updating, and then I attach the artist name. The artist name is here, so I'll just simply put this one. So it means that when it is time to update, it is going to change this heading. So if I refresh, you see updating baby cool. Okay, updating baby cool. So if I come back and I click on this one, updating Jose Chameleon. Okay, that's beautiful. So after doing that, I'm going now to put these values in case that we are editing something. It should automatically fill these values. So remember, we have these variables and we're updating these variables when we get this artist from what? From ID. So I'll just simply come and get this artist name, and come to this input of artist name and give it a give it a value. Of course, give it a value. You know the meaning of value in HTML. So I put PHP and I do what? And I echo there the artist name. So in case we are not updating any artist, it will be nothing, just like the way it is here. Because there is no edit. But in case we are editing, for example, let me come here. You see, when I add new artist, there is nothing here. Why? Because it did not update it. And you remember, artist name is nothing by default. So when we are editing, you see, it puts it there. Why? Because we have updated it here. So let's get the bio, the artist bio, yeah. So I'll just simply come here to artist bio and give it also what? Give it a value. It's a text area, so we just need to echo it between those text area attributes. Artist bio, everything is beautiful. So let me come to localhost and we go to PHP my admin and we go to you see this bio has been breaking itself. The problem is where okay, let me go to the database. The problem is in our database is the table of artist, the bio, we limited it. So artist, you see, we go to a database, we go to the structure, then we go to, you see, we limited the bio to 45. That's the whole problem. So I'll click here on edit and then change it to what? To text. Just change it to what? To text. So it will be unlimited. It's be a very long what? A long text. So next time to not be truncated. So there we are. So you see, there we go. So if I click here, let me search now this. Let me click on edit this one. You see, it comes within. So here, instead of putting submit, I'm going to change it to what? To update instead. So how shall we do that? I'll just get this is what? Is edit. Remember, this is edit by default is false until there is edit action and we change it to true. So I'll get that and come to this button. So I'm going to display this button in case it is editing button. Okay, so I'll just put PHP and I put if is edit task. Okay, it should display. So I'm going to cut that bracket. You see, I've cut the closing bracket. I've just cut it because I want to write the HTML. So I'll put here PHP and put the HTML and put the else and also cut the other one and paste it down here. Okay, so we have is edit when it is true and when it is false. So I'm going to get this button and put it here and here. So here it will be when it is what? It is true. So when it is true, you should change to what? To update. Let me change this color to what? Maybe to success, so that should make the difference. Okay, and when it is not true, it will be what? Remember, this is how we check for a boolean whether it is true or false. We don't need to put the equal signs. We just put is this or not. Okay, so remember, PHP is the one that controls what? That controls HTML. That's why you see these are surrounded by these PHP curly brackets. So maybe you can put add new, or I can put publish, or submit, no problem. So right now we're going to expect what? Update. Can you see? Update. Why? Because it's editing task. So if I click on add new right now, it is just submit. When I click on add new, it is what? It is a submit. When I click on the artist, it is what? It is update. Hope you can see that, and I hope it is what? It is straightforward. Okay, now it is time to update the artist. So we can use the same file, but for this time I'm going to use a separate file just because you're a beginner, so I don't want to confuse you so much. For the update part, I'm going to use a separate file. So this is the process where we're submitting. You see, add artist process. I can also put it inside the inside a variable. I can put it inside a inside a variable by just coming here on top and then say action. Let me create a variable called action where we'll be submitting is equal to, by default it is update process. So when it is not update, it is add new artist process. When it is not updating, I'm going to change this action and change the name of the file. I'm going to change it to what? You see, I'm changing it from this section. Update artist process. I'm going to change just to update artist process. Okay, so I'll just come and get this action and then come and echo it here inside the action attribute. So PHP, there are so many ways to do this. I'm just doing this for you to get the experience, but there's another simple way to do this. Okay, but I think it is straightforward. Okay, so it means that this action, when it is editing also, it will be changing, it will be switching. So refresh. You see, when I update, it is updating to this not found file because we have not created this file. But you can see here the file name is update artist process. But if you are adding new artist, it will not send to that one. Okay, so let's create this update file process. So I'll just come here to add process and I just rename it. Let me create a new one, brand new one. So I save it as in the same location, update artist process.php. So this is the one that will be dealing with what? With updating artist. Okay, so let me refresh. I'll put here full stop on his name and then say update. You see, updating. So it has sent us here. So now let's see whatever is sent to us in the post. So it will be PHP printer post. Let me make here some pre-tag, and then I'm going to refresh. You see, you're having the artist name and the artist bio, but you're having only one problem here. We don't know which artist exactly. You see, there's a what? There's a problem. We don't know which artist exactly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add that attribute again inside this one, because when we are updating this artist, you must be knowing which artist that you're going to process. Okay, but this is a separate file, so there's no way to communicate. So one of the way you can send the get, or you can send using the post. So I'm going to put here another attribute of a post. Okay, another attribute inside this post that is going to work on the updating the other artist. So I will just simply come here in the add artist. I'm going to put here another input. Okay, input and type of text, and then I'll give it value and give it maybe PHP, and I give it PHP, and I give it artist ID. Artist ID. Okay, so I give it also a name, artist ID. So I save. So if I come and refresh, you see, when you're editing artist, we now know the artist ID. But I don't want the user to tamper with this. The user does not care to know the ID that of the artist that they are doing what, that they're editing. See, every time I click on new edit, it comes. But when I click on all artists and maybe I add new, there's nothing. Why? Because and there is no error. Why? Because there's a what? There's a default artist, which is nothing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hide this because the user does not need to see it. Why should he see it? What if he messes up with it? So I'm going to hide it because it's not useful for the user, but it's important for us. So here there's another attribute called what? Hidden. Okay, you form type, I mean input type called hidden. So the hidden type, it will hide. Okay, but that hiding does not mean that the text is hidden. I mean the input is not there. The input is there, but is not visible by the users. If we come here to inspect, you can see here we're having the input, which is having the artist ID of 3, but it is there inside the what? Inside the form. Another way to hide, you can also pass it as an attribute hidden. It will hide it. Or you can also pass it as a what? As a class of Bootstrap, as using dnone. It will hide it. Or you can also pass a style CSS by simply putting display and then pass none. All these three, they will hide it forever. Any of them will hide it. Okay, so it can't appear. So that's it. Now let us now try to update. Now see, when you click on update, we're having the artist ID. We now know a particular artist that we want to do what? To update. Let me put here, for example, 2 dots, and then click on update. You see, the 2 dots, the 3 dots are coming. Aha, now let's write the logic of updating. Okay, so first of all, we need connection. So I'll need to include that connection file, which is here. I'll copy it and then come and include it in the what? In the artist. The artist add process. Okay, updating process. Updating process will almost look like add process. So let these files be close to each other. So I'll first include. Okay, I'll first check. I can first come and do the same thing like we did here, because it is almost the same. What are we doing? We are first checking if the name is not set. We are dying that the name is not set. Okay, otherwise we get the what? The artist name. Okay. Secondly, I check if the artist name is less than 3, then I die that artist name is too short. That's just kind of security. I check if the bio is set. If it's not set, then I say artist bio is not set. If it is less than maybe 20 characters, then I say the bio is too short, I die. Okay. Otherwise, let me echo here and say good to go. Okay, so let me see if everything is okay. Good to go. Perfect. Now it's time to do what? To update the database. So I'll copy this just like this. It's almost the same, but the only thing here we're going to update. So have included the connection? Not yet. So let me include it from this point. I'll just come and copy this and then come and paste it here. Okay, so it will be required the connection. After we will write the SQL. So the SQL will be like SQL is equal to update. You know the SQL of updating. Update, and then you write the table that you want to update. Okay, then you say set, and then you write the thing that you want to do to update. So I'll put set for artist name is equal to the artist name. Already get it. Okay, see, artist name is equal to this artist name. So I'll put here $sign. Okay, and then I'll put comma. Do you separate with comma? I think, yeah, let us see. I put comma, and then what else? I put what artist bio. Want to update also artist bio. So copy artist bio is equal to the artist bio. Okay, so that is the SQL for updating. So I'm updating those two things that I'm concerned about. So let us first check our SQL is okay before we run it. So I'll just echo the what? The SQL and check if it is still okay before we run it. So I'll copy and come and refresh. Perfect, everything is okay. Update, and then the bio. Okay, now let us run it and see everything is okay. Okay, now to run it, we run just the same way like we run other SQLs. Okay, so here it will say artist was updated successfully. Here failed to update artist. So refresh. Perfect, artist was. Oh, what the heck, I forgot one important thing. Oh my god, you know what, we did not put a condition. So what happens? If you don't put condition, everything gets updated by what you've put. So we have lost all the information. Wow, can you see? If you come to all artists, all of them. Why? We did not put a condition. Oh, I also forgot this for sure. It wasn't my wish. So we have to put a condition. In fact, that's why we even ask for what? For user ID. I mean for artist ID. Wow, that is too bad. Okay, that is too bad. So we will need a what? An artist ID here. So I'll get it. Artist what? Artist ID. So let me get it and also set here the condition, and I'll check if artist ID is less than 0, because it can be 1 also. I can say artist ID too short and I die from there. Otherwise I'll echo the artist ID. Oh my god, this was a mistake. Okay, but it's okay, that's how we've learned. Make sure that you always put the where condition. So the artist ID is there. Okay, so it is set. So I'm going now to do what? Remember, that's why we set it inside the post. So I'm going to add here a condition. Okay, so add a condition where artist ID is equal to the one that we sent. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you've seen what has happened. You will lose all the data that you have, all in just 1 second. So always be very careful. Very careful when you're deleting and when you're doing what? When you're editing. Okay, so artist was updated successfully. So here I'm going to put a redirect. In case it fails, I'll send it back. In case it's successfully, I'll send it to the other side. So how shall we do that? I will simply come and copy this. Okay, so in case it fails, I'll redirect. You know how we redirect? You redirect using header and put the word location and put the colon and then no, header location with colon. I don't know, let me see how we redirect. You see, header, let me put location. This header, yeah, he put colon, I've forgotten. You see, header then location where I want to redirect. Okay, so I want to redirect. In case it fails, I want to redirect back to what? To the to edit artist. Okay, so you put here header and location and the link where you're sending this artist. So I'm going to put here maybe artist ID at the last as the link, because you should have to know the artist that we are editing at that particular time. So I put header location and put here the artist ID. Otherwise, if it successfully updates, I want to send this to where? To all artists. So I'll just put here artists.php. I don't need to send any get there, it's not necessary. So that's how we'll know that it was successfully or not, by redirecting. So, and that's how we redirect. Very, very important. Okay, so let me die at the end of the file. So I'll come and refresh. So let us remove these dots on this artist. So update, can you see his name has been, click on edit, remove this last dot. Let us get his now good bio. So let me just come and search this artist here on Wikipedia. His bio is there. I'll copy his bio and come and paste it here. Update, you see, now it is only one that is being updated. If I click there, you see all his bio is there. So let me maybe add more rows to this to this test area. Maybe make it maybe 6 here. Refresh. Yeah, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, so let us add another, let us update another artist. I don't know who this was. I don't know which artist was number 2. Let us get Baby Cool. Baby Cool. Okay, so I'll get his short bio and paste it here and update. I did not even put his name because of the other mess that we did. Okay, I'll get his name here, update it here and update. Perfect. Okay, let us get another Jose Chameleon. Okay, let us get Eddie Kenzo. Eddie Kenzo, get his short bio. Edirisa Musuza, update. Perfect. Let us get some lady, some female, because I have to do gender balance. Shiba Karungi. And this one, so copy the text, paste it there, paste her short bio, paste it there, update. Perfect. Let's add one new artist, maybe one female. Remanamakula, get her name, copy it, get her short Wikipedia. Is it the one? It is very short Wikipedia, but okay, let us get a short Wikipedia and paste it there and update. Okay, so added successfully. Here would not redirect, remember, right? So if refresh, if we come here to all artists, we'll see all the artists are there. If I want to update anyone, I can update. So that's how things are beautiful. See, things are really, really beautiful. So there we go. There we go. Now we're going to deleting. Deleting, I was planning to implement this deleting after the what? Okay, let us delete after adding some music, but for now let us do what? Let us delete. Okay, so the deleting logic, of course, we'll need another extra file, and this is where we're going to put what? The deleting logic. So let me write the file. I'll call it delete process. So Ctrl Shift S, and I'm going to pull this one, delete artist process.php, and I'll simply come here to all artists here. So we are finished with the updating. I hope you understood. So I'll come here to update and put a question mark, and also pass the what I want to delete. Okay, so I want to pass also the ID of the artist that I want to delete to that file. So I'll pass it inside the gate. Okay, and then equals, see, I'm passing it using the gate. Straightforward. I just put the question mark here after the name of the file, and then I attach there the name of the attribute, and I give it the value, and the value is coming from what? From PHP. So I'll need just this one from the from editing section. So delete process, it is here. I'm going to delete these useless things. I'm going to just delete these ones. These are the ones which are not important. Just let me leave this one. Okay, because I don't want to repeat myself. I just want to die from here. Okay, so let us try to delete. Refresh, delete this guy. So you see, that's the whole thing. Now let's write the logic. So what do we expect? We expect artist ID. It is there. So I'll check it if it's set. If it's not set, the gate of what? Of artist ID. I'll just say artist ID not submitted, and then die with that. Okay, else we'll do what? We'll get the artist ID from the gate, not post. Okay, so let me die with this artist ID to see if everything is okay. Paste it there, save, come and refresh, and define index artist name, not artist name, artist ID. What is artist name? Let me die from here first of all. Oh, it did not die. Let me echo. Okay, let me refresh. See, the artist ID is sent. Okay, so we now have to do what? To delete. So to delete, you have the artist ID there. You can also change the length of the artist ID if you really care so much. So deleting is just like updating. There are just a few things. It's just the SQL, of delete. It is delete from the table name, and then you give a condition. Boom. So straightforward, which is delete from the table name where condition. So let me first die here and check if everything is okay. Die, success before I redirect. Always first check before you do what? Redirect. Failed. Okay, let me first comment these redirections and check, refresh. See, success. So this artist has been deleted. Okay, so I want just to redirect, and either whether it deletes or not delete, if you just redirect. Okay, you can just leave it the way it is there. Straightforward. I get the ID, I read the SQL, I run it using the connection variable, and I redirect. So if I refresh, can you see? The artist has been deleted. Okay, let me delete this one. I don't delete all of them. Okay, let me delete this one. Baby cool. You see? Deleted. Let us add him again. Did you delete Rema? Okay, let's add another one. Baby cool. So I will come and get the artist name, add it there, get his bio, paste it there, and run it. Success. Let's add another one. David Lutalo. It's a nice Ugandan artist. Very credible artist. That's Katie John Black. Good artist. Refresh. Get his name. Place it there. And get his bio. It's a young boy. 24 hours. They don't know him so far. Let me get it from here. And paste it. What? And run it. Success. Last one, let us get some female artist. Spice Diana. Uganda's got artists. Man, all these are superstars, man. Musa. Do you have superstars in your country? So these are what? All these are superstars. Okay, so last one, Alan Tonics. Okay, so get his bio. So that's it. That's enough sample space. So let us go to all artists, and we have all of them. Okay, less than 10, but we have all of them there. Okay, so we have performed the add, update, edit, and delete. So that's enough for what? For the CRUD. We have done the whole CRUD. So make sure that you pause this video and first do exactly what I've done, or you do more. Either exactly what I've done or you do more for you to understand. Otherwise, you don't understand. If you don't practice, then you can't guarantee that you understood everything. Okay, so let us go to the songs. Let us go to what? To the tracks that you should be able to add new songs. Yeah, hope you're ready. And you're going to learn also how to upload what? How to upload files. Now let us add some songs. Yeah, let us start adding some tracks. So I'm going to create a file that is going to add new track, but this file will almost look like this one. It will just look like this one. Only a few things will change. Like for example, we have the song name, the song artist, and then maybe some details about this song and the song photo. So it's just like this form. So I'm going to rename this form. I'm going to create another form out of this, and it's the one that we're going to use to do what? To create adding new artist. I mean new song. So to do that, I'll simply come to add new artist. What is it here? Add artist. I'm going to rename it Shift S, and put here add song. Add what? Add song. So here, instead of the task will be, instead of adding new song, say adding new artist, I'm going to be add new add new song. I can add new track. So I'm going to copy this file name. I'm going to put this link to somewhere I can visualize it, where I can see it, just for navigation. So where there is add artist, I'm going to add there another link for what? For add song. And it's going to be here. Add song. I can put add new song. Okay. I'm going to come to where there is all artists, artists. Okay, I'm also going to add there another link for add new song. That's just for navigation. Add new song. Okay, so there we're good to go. I have say if I refresh, you see there's add new song, only that there's no BR tag, no OAP tag. Okay, so come here, put some BR tag. Okay, refresh, should be in a new line now. So add new song. So you see, add new song file is being accessed. So when add new song, let's first see on our database what a new song needs before we start jumping. So I click on add new song here. So a new song wants a artist ID. It wants the date it was uploaded, the song MP3, the song photo, the song details, and the song name. So I'll just copy these and then come and this one we may replace them. Let us just pay this one. Where is add new song? Add new song. Add song. It is here. Okay, it is there. So I'm going to just paste these ones here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to paste this one here and one by one. Okay. Okay, so after doing that, so I'll begin the song ID. This one will be automatically generated. Song name, I'll need it, so I'll cut this one. I'll just come and okay, song ID, let me just cut this and make it here. Song ID. So song name, I'll just cut this and replace it with this one. Let me replace some stuff that I don't need. Okay, things about the artists and the rest I'm going to delete. So is edit task, I'll leave it. Title, I'll leave it as a new song. Action, I'll leave it. So I'll come and check if it's edit. This logic, look at it later. Okay, we'll look at this later, this logic. Okay, so of editing, so I'll come here to the forms where there is artist name. I'll put what? I'll put song name, and here I'll rename these ones. Name this, rename this, rename this. Okay, so it should be song name, nothing like artist should be there. So artist name, in this artist name I'm just going to change it to what? To artist. Or yeah, okay, let me change it to artist. So instead of artist name, I'm going to create another variable called artist ID. So I'll come here, artist, I'll just put here artist, but inside the form I'll put artist ID. It'll be artist ID, artist ID, artist ID. Yeah, I think that's it, artist ID. Okay, so that's beautiful. No. Yeah, okay, let's duplicate this one and put details. Details. So I'll cut this and then we'll come to song MP3 and song photo. Okay, we'll first work with song MP3, then song photo. We'll handle it later. So I'll come here to what? To artist ID, rename it and put it to song details here. Just refresh and see we don't have errors so far. Yeah, we have some errors here. song details. Okay, song details is not set default variable. Let me set it to default variable here. Okay, refresh. Perfect. So here, instead of artist, I'm going to put what? I'm going to put song details. Okay, so that will be like a description of a song. So perfect. Now here I want to put the artist. Now remember, we already have these artists in our database, so I don't need to write the ID of the artist by myself. That will make me become prone to mistakes and errors. So I'm going to put here the artist from the database, and I'm going to use the select. Okay, so to use select, first of all, we need to first get the artist from database. Okay, so we have this function that gets the artists from the database. Where is the function? Where is the function? It is inside functions. My functions. So I'm going to use this get artists. Where is it? We will come to add song, and we're going to get the artists. So to get the artists, I'll just simply say artists is equal to get artists. Remember, that's the function already. Write it. So that's why I told you that we need to be to be creating functions. Otherwise, I would have written again all the code of adding getting the artist in the database. But if you write your function only one time, you can reuse it many times. Functions are so boring while writing, but they're so important when rewriting. So you better write it once and then reuse it many times. So I'm first dumping some artists, and I see how they are structured, or if they came. So perfect, they came. So I'll just copy here one, and then I'm going to create here a loop. And I'm going to create here, instead of adding them using manual adding, I'm going to create a loop, and I'll put select to get the artist from there. So put here select. Okay, so the name will be, let me first comment these things because I will need it. I'll need these. These are just from here, from artist. So what is the name of this? It is, and then I'll give it a class. I'll give it an ID. ID is equal to, and then you can give it a class of of form control, and then that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, remember to have this artist ID. So that's it. I'll delete this one now. Okay, so I'll delete this one. Now I'm going to put here, let's see if I come and refresh now, we have this. So I want here to be listing all the artists that I know as system. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to loop. I'm going to loop here this for this option function, so that I should be able to get those artists. So I'll just simply put for each, and then I'll paste these artists. Remember, I already have them in this variable. So artists, I can put here maybe art. Okay, or I can put artist. So artist. Okay, so I can put here a single artist. This is artist, and this is artist. So each time it loops, a single artist will come here. So in between this for each, you see, it is beginning for each, it is ending for each. You can as well write your for each and then put your curly brackets. You can as well do like this. Okay, and come and end it from here. So every HTML that is in between here is going to be repeated. So I'll copy this and paste it here. Okay, so it's going to be repeated. So I'm going to echo here the artist the artist name. So I'll put open PHP and I echo the artist name there. And to get this artist name, you just simply artist, and then you pass the name. And then here I'll echo the artist value. I mean the artist ID itself, because it's the value of this option. So I'll put the artist ID inside that option, so that if someone clicks on the name, you'll see the ID will be selected. So that's how I put select. So others I'm not interested. Just hope that everything is okay. So refresh. You see, perfect. You see, so we don't need again to worry whether I enter the correct ID or not. So when we submit, the artist ID will be submitted. So we will not make mistake again when you're doing that, submitting artist ID, which is very, very good. So lastly, we need to put the song MP3 and the what, and song photo. Okay, song MP3 and the song photo. Okay, so we're going to put those input under here. Okay, so under the song, so come here and search song MP3, so it is there. So here under form group, I'm going to just duplicate this form group. Oh, this thing is going to crash here from that side. Okay, so it is I've just duplicated this one. If I come and refresh, you see it is here as a duplicate, but I'm going to just create here a row, div class, and give it a row, and then I'm going to create another div and give it a class. I'll call MD 6. So in the medium device to be divided into 2. Okay, and then because I want them to be 2 on one line, and then I'll press the tab key, and then I'll duplicate this two because they're going to be 2 on a single line. It will be 1. Song cover photo. Okay, I'll begin the song MP3, and then you come song cover photo. So here I'll change this type to file because it will be a file, and I'll change this type to what also to file because it will be what, a file. So let me get let me get the names. So have song photo. I'll carry it, I'll come and put it here. Song photo as the ID, song photo as the name, song photo as the label name. So you see that everything is okay, but this value I don't need it, it's just useless. So what else? Oh, that was song MP3. This is song photo. The value I don't need it for the file type is useless. Song MP3, song photo, song cover photo. Okay, and then what else? Song MP3 there, song MP3 there, song MP3 there. So that's beautiful. We're good to go. Now refresh. Perfect. So I click there, it will select the what? The file. It will open the file selector. I click there, it will open the what? The file selector. So we are good to do what? To add new song. What else? Now we have to create where we're going to submit this song. To create a place where we're going to submit the process of add new song. So I'll just simply come here to action. So instead of add this process, I'm going to say add song process. Okay, so let us create that file. Ctrl N, Ctrl S, Ctrl V, so add song.php. So I'll know when someone submits here, it is time to what? To add new song. So after now I have to put here one more thing. First of all, when you're uploading a file in your form, it must be a post method. It should not be get. The second thing is must having this attribute multipart whatever. I don't know it. Okay, I don't know it. I've never memorized this word. Okay, so it is. It must be having this attribute encrypt type. It must be having this attribute of encrypt type multipart. Let me show you. Like this. This thing must be there. Encrypt type multipath. Otherwise, if you don't include it, it will not work. I repeat, this encrypt type must be there. Encrypt type multipath stroke form data. Otherwise, if you don't do this, then your file will not be uploaded. I repeat for the last time, the method must be type of post, and the encrypt type is equal to multipath attribute. It must be there. Otherwise, if it's not there, then your form will not upload a file. Think I'm straightforward and clear. Remember that. So now let us refresh. Now let us add some song. Let me get one song by who? Do you have any song here? By Baby Cool or by Epas? Okay, let us get some song. Let's first see the artist that we have. Okay, let's get a song from Jose Chameleone. I'll download it.
Jabala, jabala, jabula, jabala, chameleon, oh, what's up, jabala, yes, we come so far away, jabala, oh gosh, jabala, let them know the foundation, yeah, the foundation.
Okay, so we've got one song, we've downloaded it. Now let me get his photo for this song. This is the cover photo for the song of Valua. Let me download it. So I have the song, I have the cover photo. Now it's time to upload. Let me refresh. So I'll get the song name. The song name is Valua. I'll copy it and paste it there. Then I'll put the song mp3 file here. So I'll drag and drop this file here. Then I'll put the song photo here. Then I'll select the artist, Jose Chameleone. Then I can put the song details. Which details should I write? Does the song have details though? Let me see what they wrote on Amazon. Can a song have details? Let me get these details. Okay. Let's see if they talked anything about it on Wikipedia. Maybe you can get the details on YouTube. Okay, so let us put that details on here. I can put even our own SEO, like download the song name by this and this and so. Okay, so let's put download, then I put the song name by okay, so that's it. Now it's time to add, submit. Okay, so adding process in this file. Okay, so we have a lot to do here right now. You have a lot to do. First of all, I have 2 files to upload, and we have the songs to upload, but the time has really gone, so maybe we'll start from there in the next video, where we're going to learn how to upload these songs on database, as well as editing them and deleting them. So that's where we'll start from in the next video. Okay, I hope you won't miss. The time is out. I hope we won't miss in the next class. So make sure today we've covered also this page of add. So I worked on this front end. So the next class will be just implementing it. Okay. So if we click on artists, today we've worked on how to add artist, how to edit, and how to do what? How to delete. So we've performed all the crude. Please do the same thing, or you do better than this. Otherwise, if you don't do it, then you may have not learned, because they may look simple when you're viewing them until you practice them. So we've looked at adding, editing, and deleting. We've looked at adding new song, but we'll implement it in the next class or in the next video. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you until then. Okay, see you. I hope you don't miss.